Hey, what's up everybody, Micro Investor here. So I want to talk about Ford. I know I made a video about Ford not that long ago, and I want to talk about it again. Now Ford is below $11 a share right now, and a lot of people are interested in it. If you've been following the news, Ford has recently had a recall last week. The prices went down per share. But a lot of people blame different things that goes wrong with Ford. Not just the recalls with the blame the tariffs and stuff like that. But I want to give you a little bit more education on Ford. As you know, as some people know, Ford is a huge holding of mine. It is a stock that I consistently make it one of my top 4 stocks every month to buy into. So I'm going to try to be a little bit informative here. So first off, the purpose of this video is the fact that Ford is a very popular stock. It is very popular with the YouTube community. I notice that there is a lot of people that always talk about Ford. Now, my interest in Ford is strictly dividends. I like Ford. I like the company. I like their trucks. But my investment into Ford is not looking at it as any growth company. I know that people talk about the PE and it's undervalued and stuff like that, but I don't see that stock like that at all. I don't see it as it being any sort of stock that's undervalued or it being a stock that's going to grow. Well, the reason for that, and I really stress this because I know a lot of people want to buy into it with and throw in a lot of money here. Ford has a very high dividend. And you have to take that into account. What that dividend does is every quarter when it pays the dividend, it takes it right off the top of that stock. So Ford is going up, they take that dividend down. If you look at inconsistency lately, when Ford does a recall, they do that recall around the ex-dividend date. You're not going to try to report bad news when you got something coming up that is gonna make people interested in buying into it. So they'll put the bad news out first, like last week. They put that bad news out. I think it was like Wednesday or something, and the ex-dividend date for Ford was this last Friday. So a lot of people would jump into Ford just to try to get that dividend, which right now it's 15 cents per share. So you buy a stock for like $10.50 right now. Like probably what it was last week, or $10.60 last week on Friday, and you would have gotten a 15-cent dividend here when they pay that dividend. So today being the Monday after the ex-dividend date, so we're losing that 15 cents, and we're losing. We already have this bad news back here, so we have that bad news. And then we have that dividend. So a lot of people are just trying to get in just for the dividend, and they're going to sell it today. That is what a lot of people do. So yeah, we're coming off of bad news, dividend, and then dividend capture, and then everybody out of that dividend. That is what's going on right now. So I try to explain this to people. Ford is not going to be a stock that's just ever going to skyrocket. I haven't really ever seen it go above that much above like $13. It always stays. It would go down to $10, somewhere in the $10 range, and it will go up to $13. Somewhere in the $13 range. It's consistent, and so. If we're looking at growth of like regular S&P stocks, Ford should be worth a lot more. I mean, they have profits. They're in the green sometimes. A lot of times, they should be a stock that is worth more. So, what I try to get at to people is that dividend is what will keep Ford from ever being worth more. That is their capital. That is a lot of the capital right there, going right back into the investor. So for me right now, I might consider buying some more Ford, but it's nothing that when I buy it right now, it's nothing that I'm going to think, 5 years from now, I think it's going to be $20-something a share. I don't think like that about Ford. I don't think that that's even going to happen. The only way that would happen is if Ford cut that dividend. And honestly, if Ford cut that dividend, then I'd just be out of the stock, and a lot of other people would be too. So some people might think, well, if you would just hop out of the stock, if they cut their dividend, then you don't even like Ford. And I'm here. It is. Ford's been around for about 100 years or over 100 years. They should have these things figured out by now. And the stock doesn't really go anywhere. So if it doesn't have that dividend, then yeah, I'm definitely not going to be interested in it. So to further sum up this video, a lot of the hype is kind of wrong. They have a lot of the information wrong. I am an investor for it. I've been investing into Ford a long time, and I do see its trends, and I see its recalls and everything, and I see the stock do this a lot. Very volatile, even though a lot of people think it's a low volatile stock. So yeah, it's definitely just something for me for dividends. And the day I do eventually get out of it, and I'm probably going to stop buying into it here soon. The day I decide to get out of it, I just plan on basically selling it, and whatever I made off those dividends will most likely probably be all the profit that I've ever made off of it. So anyways, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I have new videos coming all the time, and please really subscribe. I want to make a community out of this. Thanks.